We're good to go. All right. Perfect. All right, guys. So tonight's peak pose is going to be tree pose. I want you guys to kind of reflect on grounding, balancing, establishing your balance with your feet. We're going to pay a lot of attention to our four corners of our feet tonight. Getting you guys a little stretched out because tree pose, like coming into this move, right? Just it could be a little bit trying sometimes. So I'm going to start you guys off with some stretches beforehand, but really think about your breathing while we're going through this. Think about just relaxing and letting go and let things just kind of flow and listen to your body as we go through these things. I do treat this as a modification class, so I try not to do things that could possibly create additional stress to those. So these are going to be some nice stretches that aren't going to be overdoing. I do, however, recommend for other classes moving forward to purchase some blocks. I use these a lot, and they come in handy when I'm trying to bring the ground closer to myself. So I'm not having to stretch to the ground, right? It brings me up here instead. Okay, so again, we're going to think about our feet being four corners. Okay, you think about how many corners you actually have on your feet. And I'm going to teach you guys how to stand first because we're going to start off in mountain pose. In mountain pose, your feet are shoulders width apart, and you're going to turn your hands forward facing. Get your neck aligned. Try and make sure that your back is aligned. If you're out like this with a curvature in your back, bring it back to neutral for me. We want mountain pose to be very, very neutral. And just kind of stand here and just kind of play with your feet for a second to feel that balance that your feet do. I want you to think about how much weight we put on our feet every day. They are the strongest part of our body if you don't really think about it. So being kind and focusing on grounding and the balancing of our feet is what we're going to be doing tonight. All right, so stand here and just a couple inhales. And exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. When you breathe, think about breathing in through your stomach. Just inhale and exhale. Now I want you to bring your hands up above, just like this. Hold here for one breath. Inhale and exhale. Now I want you to do these things called cactus arms. So bringing your arms out like this, right? Feeling a stretch in your shoulders. And then the inhale, bring them up. And on the exhale, bring them down. Inhale, bring them up. And exhale, bring them down. One more time. Inhale, good stretches. And exhale. I want you to think about that you're balancing without even thinking about it, right? Your feet are doing all that work for you. Bring your arms, clasp your hands together in a point like this. And I want you to go ahead. I'm going to face you. Go ahead and stretch a little to the right. Feel a nice deep stretch in your left hand side. And I want you to breathe into the left lung. And exhale. Don't stretch too far. Just enough to feel a nice stretch in that side. And exhale. Good. And then do the same thing. We're going to come back to center. Rest your hands for a second because I know having your arms up for that long is a little weary. Can be trying on our arms, and bring them back up. Inhale. And go to the left. And now deep breath into the right side. Inhale and exhale. One more. And exhale. Good. Bring it back to center. I'm going to face this way. Feet still shoulder parts shoulder width apart. And I want you to just a slight bend back. And then I want you to do a slight bend forward and bend your knees. Forward fold like this, but bend your knees and just kind of hang here for a second. You're going to feel a lot of tension release. If you sit all day for work, this is the best release you will get. You're going to feel a lot of release in that spine. And then you're going to put your hands wherever you're closest to. Don't put them on your knees because you can injure your knees, but you can put them here or you can put them here. And we're going to do a half lift, which means straighten your legs and straighten your back. So if you're here, that's okay too. Okay, halfway lift and then fold again. You're going to feel yourself sink a little bit deeper than what you did before the first time. All right, and then I want you to bring it right back up. And then bring your hands back down for mountain pose. Hands forward, head forward, keep that gaze. Think about your toes. Play with your balance a little bit. Good. And hands back up, pointed, back bend a little bit. And then forward fold, bending the knees. Good. And these blocks are really great because, again, if you need help in your forward fold and you need another extension, this is something that you can completely use in the process. Just forward fold a little bit. If you need to place your hands for balance, but what you're looking for is that inner balance between you, your feet, your spine, and then halfway lift again. And breathe. And then in the exhale, forward fold again. And then I want you to come back up, straight arms, and bring them back down for mountain pose. Just one more time, just sit here for a second. Now I want you to go ahead and I want you to get into warrior two. So wherever are you on your mat, you can either step forward or step back. Back foot is about 45 degrees inwards. This is your right foot is going to be straight and you're going to have your arms let loose of your shoulders a little bit and gaze over your middle finger on your right hand and just kind of breathe here for a second. Inhale and exhale. Feel that balance that you're getting right here, right? Grounding all the way through. You can feel all that energy in your fingertips right now. Good. And then I want you to put your left arm on your leg and reach a little bit back behind you. Don't go too far, just enough. This is called reverse warrior. Just a nice deep stretch. Good. And then back to warrior two. And now I want you to kind of twist, face yourself forward, and take your back foot and put yourself on your toe, right? You're on your toes. You're not on your heel, but on your toes. We're finding that next part of the balance, right? And put your hands in prayer pose, just like this. And inhale and exhale. Good. Good balance right here. It's amazing. Inhale and exhale. One more. And exhale. Good. Now I want you to bring that back foot in a little bit closer to you, and I want you to straighten your right leg. And now both of your feet are going to be facing forward, okay? And we're going to slightly bend into pyramid pose. Only go as far as your body's going to let you. I recommend that you put your hands on your hips and just control yourself here. And feel free, bend your front leg if you need to. There's nothing wrong with that. If you feel like you don't have the balance, bending your knee and doing it here is okay. Pyramid pose is about right here. But as you gradually work yourself into it, you will find where you're at. Okay, so don't overextend yourself. And again, you can definitely use your blocks. This would help bring you up on the ground. So that's something, like I said, with blocks that really helps. I'm going to use blocks in all of my modification classes. So I recommend that you guys actually have one. Good. And then you're going to go ahead and bring it right back up and bring yourself forward, feet in, back to mountain pose. Again, feel those feet. Sway yourself a little bit. Start getting that energy. Get all the stagnant energy out of you. I know it was Monday. All right. I'm going to have you step back. And we're going to do warrior 2 on the left side. Okay. So find that balancing spot. Back foot, 45-degree angle in. Do not overextend over your ankle. It's not good for your knees or your ankles. So drop your shoulders. Find that breath. And exhale. This is warrior. You should feel super powerful and grounded, balanced, and rooted all right here. We are warriors. Another breath. Inhale and exhale. And again, put your right hand on your left leg and bring it in a little bit behind you. Nice stretch, reverse warrior. Feel that good deep stretch right here, right? We're stretching out spots that like you probably don't stretch all the time. Take another breath. Good. And left hand back down, back to warrior 2. One more breath. Beautiful. Turn yourself in again. Get your toe in the back with a pointed, right? Find that spot, that special spot. Find your gaze. Get in there. We're going to do a crescent. Inhale and exhale. What do your feet feel like right now? Are you thinking about using more of your heel? Are you paying attention to the top part of your foot more? What you want to do is you really want it to be like your foot is a suction cup. And most of it is going to be what you're going to feel. You don't want to have to engage one part side of the foot. You want to engage the middle part of your foot, the actual balance. Go ahead and keep breathing. Good. Beautiful. And then you're going to go ahead and straighten those legs, right? Again, hands on your hips, and just bring it forward to where you can. If you need blocks, if you need something to raise you, I just recommend that you just find where that spot is for you. Sink down to wherever you are at. Listen to your body though. It's super important. Again, don't worry if you have to bend your knee in any way, shape, or form. Bending the knee is a kind way of treating your body. Another breath. Good. And raise it back up. And bring yourself back forward. And that's a mountain pose again. All right. Kind of stretch yourself out a little bit. Good. All right. Next, we're going to do, I want you to step back with your left foot. Okay. And then I want you to turn both feet facing inwards. And we're going to do a wide-legged forward fold. Kind of release some of that tension in our hip hinge here. When you do it, again, I recommend hands on your hips. Let yourself guide. Again, this is one of those things where if you have a block, you can use it to help you get to that spot that you're in. But forward fold is very similar to a forward fold, what we were doing earlier. So if you need to bend your knees, bend your knees. The goal is to keep your back straight still. Okay, so just gradually bend it forward, and you're going to feel a good release in your spine right here. It's nice. And just put your hands on the ground if you need that balance, right? That's okay. Some people like to do the stretch forward. It gives you a nice, that keeps your back completely, your spine straight. So whatever's the most comfortable for you. All right. Good. Wonderful. And when you raise back up, hands on your hips, and do a slow raise up. All right. I want you to go ahead and bring your feet back together. And we are going to do tree pose with our right foot. There are a couple ways that you can do this. I know that tree pose is up here, but if you're not comfortable and kind of worried about balancing, get your foot ready, point your right foot, okay? When you find that spot, bring it here, right above your ankle. So you're not too far off the ground, but you're just trying to gauge like where that balance spot is for you, right? Find that breath. If you can definitely put your foot all the way up and hold. Good. And bring it back down. Wonderful. We're going to do the same thing with the left side. Okay. So again, find that spot. Let me move my block so you can see. But I always just point my foot so I prepare myself. I'm finding my spot. I'm going to gradually find that balance, right? Make sure your knee is turned outwards. Okay, so find that spot for you. And when you find it, and of course I am. Whew. All right, find that spot. Breathe. Good. And release your foot back down. Nice. Good. Now I want you to step back out because we just got done turning our hips out. We're going to do another nice forward fold. Release that tension that we just had. So again, hands on your hips. Take a deep breath in, and upon the exhale, start lowering. When you get to your spot, just stay there, whatever is most comfortable. And inhale and exhale. Good. Beautiful. And hands back on your hips. Bend your knees if you need to. And bring yourself back up. Okay? Kind of shake it out a little bit. Left, right. A lot of work on your hip bones right there. Now do me a favor, and I want you to turn your left foot out and your right foot out. This is goddess pose. And only pay attention. This is full alignment, right? And you're not straight out. So if your knees are kind of in here, you are perfectly good, okay? And then you're going to kind of sink in, only to where you can. Sink in, okay? Feels really good in this area. Opening it up. And breathe here for a second. And exhale. Feel both of those feet. Where are you at? Loosen your jaw. Let go of all that tension that you're feeling right now. You're a goddess. You are just a warrior. And back up. Good. Beautiful. All right. I'm going to bring you back to the top of your mat. Okay. And from here, we're going to go ahead and arms up. And exhale. Bring it forward, fold down. And halfway lift here. And I want you to put both your hands on the ground, bend your knees, and bring both of your feet out and hold plank for a second, okay? And then I want you to bring both of your knees to the ground, and then can you lay yourself all the way? Good. We're going to come up for cobra pose. Put both of your hands to the side of your chest, right? You're very close to your ribs. And when you push up, do it very slowly because you don't want to overextend yourself. And just hold in that spot. It should feel really good on your spine. Another one of those poses to help with people who sit all day long. Yes, that feels so amazing. And release back down very slowly. And we're going to do it one more time. But just hold here for a second until you're ready. And when you're ready, Go ahead and push it right back up, nice and slow. Inhale and exhale. Good. None of this is about perfection. This is only about you feeling your best. Bring it back down. Exhale. Now I want you just to push yourself to your knees. We are going to cat-cow. So make sure that your knees are aligned with your hips and your hands are aligned with your shoulders. And when you roll up, kind of think about your belly button going all the way into the sky. Okay, so roll up. Inhale. Bring your neck all the way down. And then exhale out. Bet you felt a few cracks with that one because I did. Inhale. And exhale. Awesome. Again. Inhale. And exhale. Good. One more. Inhale. And exhale. And bring it down for child's pose. So bring yourself all the way down. And if this is difficult, there are blocks again, or cushions, pillow cushions, anything helps, where you're not, causing more strain to your knees. But if not, you can sink just down here. Put your arms in front of you and lean your head on the ground and just rest here for a second. Be present with yourself. This is where we get to come back to our breath, come back to where we are in this present moment, being balanced, being rooted, being grounded, forgetting about everything else that happened today. Remembering tomorrow's a brand new day. Taking these moments of realizing that when we're feeling completely unbalanced, we can take these even off the mat and reconnect ourselves again to the earth and ground ourselves all over, just like a tree. You think about tree and their roots, right? Their roots are the reason why they've grown so big and so tall, and our feet are the same thing. All right. Now I want you to come back up, and I'm going to have you lay on your back. Both knees are up, and you're going to put your right ankle over your left knee, flex your foot, and this is figure 4. And if you are good and feel okay, you can grab your left leg and bring it up, and you're going to feel a good stretch in your right glute right now. It's one of my favorite poses when my glutes or my back feels out of whack. This pose, you could do it on your bed, on your mat. I even do this at my desk chair, believe it or not. Just take a moment here. You guys just worked out a lot on your legs, so just thanking these amazing parts of our bodies that can hold us. Release your left leg back down. Put your right foot back down. And then you're going to go ahead and put your left leg up, left ankle on your right knee. And when you're ready, if you want to, lift your right leg and get a nice stretch in that left glute. So thankful for these moments. I have learned to be so thankful with my body lately. It takes us through a lot of moments in our life in many ways. A couple breaths here. Good. Okay, and release that down. Beautiful. One more thing that we're going to do before Savasana is lift both of your legs up, whatever this looks like for you. We call it happy baby, right? You can grab your big toes if you'd like this, but you put your fingers around your toes. You can grab the inside, you can grab the outside, whatever feels best. If you need to grab here on your legs because you just don't feel like you can bring it down far enough, then this is your feeling. But if you realize how it decompresses the lower part of your back when you do this. Very good. Couple more breaths. Good. All right. Release your feet all the way down. We're going to go ahead and end with our Savasana. And you're going to just release everything that we just did. Release everything out of your mind. This is a chance to just kind of regroup yourself. Come back to just the breath. I focus on my breath coming from my head and I follow it all the way down to my toes. But whatever works for you, however you like to get with yourself and just letting go of everything. You made it. We balanced, we grounded, we rooted. We were warriors and goddesses, and we play in our own playground here. This is a space that is our own space created for us. Remember that. Let go of all those negative feelings and everything. Just wash away. And when you're ready, turn yourself to your right side. Take all the pressure off your heart. And then when you feel ready to sit up, then sit up. You always want to give yourself a moment. Wonderful. I appreciate you guys joining me. I hope that you guys took a moment to really just get deep inside yourselves for this moment, letting go of everything on this amazing Monday of energy. By the way, guys, it's 1:11 today. So I can understand why there's so much energy coming through today. Just so you know, I do private classes as well. So if there's something that you're looking specific to help, I am here through your entire healing journey. I would love to be able to help you through that. I do have my private sessions that online where you can see the cost. I have 30-minute sessions, 45-minute sessions, and hour sessions. If you decide to join other modification classes that I'm going to keep having on Mondays, which will be free, bring blocks. I'm going to start doing some other types of work in that we will be getting down to the ground, doing some lunges and things like that. But I wanted to keep this one very simple and close to standing as much as possible with a good release. So I really, really hope that you guys enjoyed this. And I'm so sorry for the mix up with the link. They kicked me off YouTube in the middle of it, and it wouldn't allow me to get back into it. So I had to create a brand new link. But I do appreciate you guys coming tonight, and I look forward to my next class. I do have another class on Monday. Thinking of changing it to 5:30. I did have it set for 7 a.m. in the morning, but I think I'm going to change it to 5:30 again. I think that this worked out really well for you guys. So I appreciate it. You guys have a great evening. Let me just make sure that there's no questions. I'll answer your guys' questions as well. But if you're ready to get off, you can. I appreciate you guys joining. Message for the souls of plantar fasciitis. Oh. Exactly, stretch. Ah, yes, plantar fasciitis. You know, plantar fasciitis. So James, I see that you're on here. Hopefully you're still on here. Plantar fasciitis. My husband had plantar fasciitis. That's no joke. I really recommend something that I can say is right in here, right? This is the spot that you want to be stretching. So I recommend that you go and get just a soft green baseball, you know, like the soft baseballs that you used to play with when you were kids. Getting one of those balls and rolling your foot. Another thing that we picked up when my husband had plantar fasciitis is sometimes he actually realized that he was wearing a shoe size too small. So he was wearing size 13s because that's what size he thought that he was. And, you know, they don't normally make a lot of 14s in stores. So he switched it to a size 14. And also making sure that you're consistently buying yourself new tennis shoes because you wear them out. That was another thing. Wearing out your tennis shoes and walking on shoes that you've had for a year. You normally have to replace your tennis shoes once every 4 to 6 months, to be honest. And then also getting arch supports. But the stretching, I do recommend getting a baseball and just rolling your foot on it every single day. I do it before in the morning. I'd probably do it again in the afternoon if you can. And then I would also do it again in the evening. Gradually, you'll work out those muscles because it's just a lot of tension in those muscles and it's pulling, which is why you're getting so much pain there. I'm so sorry that that's what you're going through. But if you are also that standing mountain pose by you focusing on moving your toes and expanding them out while you stand in mountain pose could definitely help. So just stretching, really stretching out your feet is huge. One other item that I can possibly show you. Let me see. I have my block. Let me see if I can do this. So if you buy these blocks, they're great because they help with a lot of things, but putting your foot on here, right, your toes here, and placing some little bit of weight. So you're stretching out your foot. If you have something even shorter, however you want to, but stepping on these and getting a nice, good stretch is very, very helpful on plantar fasciitis. So hopefully that helps answer your questions. If you guys have anything else, like I said, I'm here. I want to help you guys through your guys' healing process. This has been great. I appreciate you guys showing up tonight. But looks like there's no other questions. Thanks, Mom. Love you. You guys all have a great evening. I will also post this to my YouTube channel. So if you want to play it back and do it again, you guys can feel free. Again, it will be updated. Again, another class on Monday. I'm going to switch it to 5:30 as well. So another modification Monday. Visit my website, or I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. You name it, you can find me. So you guys have a great evening.